welcome back to another Printed Performance video. I'm Chris.
This is Mike. How's it going?
So, we got my car done, got Ryan's car all to the dyno. He made 322 horsepower, only 10 pounds of boost, which is...
very good.
That's really good for a D-Series. That's a snappy little engine. That thing's going to be really wild once he turns that thing up. And then we got my car done, and now we're off to Mike's car. Yep. Mike got a little busy.
Got everything pulled out. We got the trans out, got the engine out. Obviously, as you can see, it is fully apart. This is, the head's fully apart. Everything is getting replaced.
Yeah.
Except for the rods and pistons. I have another set of rods. I actually have two sets of rods. One's used, one's new. But I'm just going to reuse these. Everything in that head is getting replaced. Bolt, nut, I have cams. I'm probably just going to stick to the Type R right now so we don't have to worry about retuning and all that. Over here I got flat valves, the Ferrara 6 or the 5000s, but they're the flatties, standard sizes, exhaust intakes. I got LMAs, got new LMAs, got new rocker arms, or no, I have a set of rocker arms, but they're not new, they're just eBays from like 2 years ago. And then yeah, I have new rods. I have these. I'm replacing these even though they don't need to be. I don't know what the rocker arm rod assembly is called.
Rocker arm pivot rod.
I have another head that has these that was supposedly replaced, but these are meant because of valve lashing and not having it running rough, you know.
So yeah, we had a little bit of an issue on his last set of valves. They were starting to stretch real bad. He kept having to readjust them and open up the clearance on the rocker arms a bit. So they were stretching. They were about to go. So it's time to stop driving the car and replace the valves.
Yeah, there was a significant moment where I did a good valve lash and it sounded great. Went out, did a couple pulls, came back, and it was ticking again. I go, did the valve lash, it quit ticking. Did a couple more pulls within the week, and it did it again. I did a valve lash again after like a month or something of it setting. I've drove it quite a few times since, and haven't touched it, and it wasn't making no noise. But yeah, so with all that being said, it's just better safe than sorry.
Yeah, because whenever you break a valve and drop it, you pretty much take everything that was your motor and you throw it in the trash. So when that starts happening, it's just time to stop driving it and just replace those valves. Yep. But Mike's getting all this good to go.
Yep.
Got some new rings on the way, and that's about the only thing he's still waiting on is some rings. He's gonna get doing some valve lashing on that.
Yep. We'll get these valves in today. Hey guys, so we kind of missed out. I was having camera issues, and then I just kind of got going. I already did intakes over here on this side. I've been doing the exhaust. I got a couple right here, 7 and 5. And now I'm on number 8. This is how I do it. I grab a little vacuum tube that's a little smaller than the stem of the valve, so that's tight, obviously grabbing it. Same thing, a little bigger with the drill bit. It goes in about, it can go shorter than that. This one I've just been using it, and this is a longer piece. Sometimes when it's shorter, it works better. Sometimes this one can be difficult. This on the left side is easier for a right-handed person because you got the whole area to put your hand in there. This side it's really sharp because you don't. So with this one, I only get it on there probably 1/4 inch. You don't need it very far because it is pretty tight, and you don't have to push really that hard. You can hear the stone. Imagine like the stone going from a big grind to a small grind, like it's going from coarse to fine. You can hear the sound changing. Just make sure it's even. That method right there is it. So what you do, you just grab this, make sure you grab that. Put the light down a little. See how that white streak is on it? It's a different color than the valve now.
It's all frosty.
There it is. And then on the other side, when I get this wiped up, it'll be the same kind of color. This was 8, right?
Last one. Alright, now we just gotta clean the crap out of it. Get all that lapping compound out of there.
I've cleaned this thing 10 times a day because I had to drill through
We
it.
just put lapping compound in
I
there.
know, I gotta do it again.
Yeah, clean it up, get the lapping compound out of there, and then we can start putting this head back together.
Yep.
We gotta find some piston rings. I can't find them anywhere in town, so I'm gonna contact Napa, see what we can do. Alright, so let's do it.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation.
I guess we got Mike got his head all together. So that's all together. And while he was doing that, I went ahead and took Ryan's turbo off because while they were out driving it around, the turbo guard had fallen off, and then the turbo sucked in wiring harness and kind of chewed up the compressor wheel a little bit. Kind of sucks, but we're over here pulling this off. Compressor wheel should be here in just a little bit, maybe today or tomorrow. We're just trying to take this apart. Here, let me see the top of this. You can see that one right there.
I'll spin it on the back.
That one right there lost a nice chunk right there, and the rest of them all have little chunks out of the tips. So no bueno. That's how you destroy some bearings running on that, but hopefully the bearings will be all right.
Still runs good, but
yeah.
Oh well, we're gonna change it anyway so it don't unbalance.
Yep, we're gonna swap out the compressor wheel, and hopefully that all works out. Alright guys, getting Ryan's turbo all put back together. Got the new compressor wheel put on here, as you can see. No longer all chipped up. Decided to take the old compressor wheel and put it up here on the wall next to the other one. And while the turbo was off and everything, decided to go ahead and clean it up and paint this with some VHT just to keep it from rusting in the future. Just because we got the opportunity, might as well. But I'm going to keep on jamming on this. Currently, Ryan's putting his inner core piping back together. We took all of that off, washed it out. It was a whole bunch of metal powder, and got him a much better silicone coupler there from Silicone Intakes down the road. Alright guys, many hours of work. We got the turbo back on, back to Somo. Ryan's actually borrowing Mike's turbo guard right here, just so this doesn't happen again. Everything appears to be working. We're just getting the air bubbles out of the air system, or air bubbles out of the coolant system. Hopefully take this thing for a little rip here in a second, right? Yeah. Gotta pay homage back to the boost gods. It's at 190. Thermostat should be open now. It should start flowing. reach up for that button.
I did! Golly, that's gnarly!
Did you even let him drive it?
Yeah, he drove it for like 20 minutes.
Then you decided to have some fun with it?
Well, he was like, well, let's get to the parts store and the liquor store. There you go, bud.
I got a...
You hear it's still spinning.
Yep.
I got a gas cap, so we don't gotta worry about that.
She is still spinning.
That was
Definitely.
loud.
I know! I
A little
know!
more spicy since we
Oh my god!
A little more spicy
It
now?
pops a little bit more, just each time.
That was loud.
Each
That
time
was insane.
desert, just collecting dust.
Yep, brought this back from the dead.
I bet you Mike noticed, because he took my seat out. There's a hole in the floor pan under my seat.
Oh yeah?
Yep, right here. Light.
I don't know.
Oh, right there.
Aha.
I don't think it's rusty. I think they just hit a rock. Yeah, they just hit a rock, and then I hit it with spray paint to try and prevent rust. Everything actually looks good under the car.
Yep.
There's no, like, rust under the car. It's just around the windshield.
Those shocks definitely gotta go.
Shocks definitely gotta go. The passenger door has rust. This one has rust. A little bit. But I don't want a power door.
But I think we can fix it. Rust isn't that bad if it's just a little spot.
That one has more. But I don't want this power door. I want a manual door, and then whenever I get a cage, I can take the bars out of them and gut them and make them sheet metal. And it'll be really scary.
Boom. Well, I guess the turbo rebuild worked. Thank you. Well, I guess the turbo rebuild worked. As soon as I start talking again, they start going at it. Because it's about that time to start laying eggs. It's about
getting back shots up there.
Smells light. Alright, but that's going to do it for that video. So, we got a lot coming up though. I still have to get my car ready 100%. So, coming up next week, we have PFI Speedfest. And PFI themselves is actually renting out the track the day before. So, we went ahead and jumped on that. We put in our spot for that. So, that's going to be nice. We can test the car. And then right after that, be able to race it. I don't have a lot to do. She is running really good right now. Got the oil catch can 100% done. It's no longer being plugged by a glove right there. And I managed to get the speedometer calibrated on the gauge, and also at the same time I managed to get it reading on the ECU as well. So that way I can leave the two-step on and it will just work, and as I leave the line, it'll turn the two-step off. That way I can actually hit some power. So that's going to be nice. But, and then also I'm thinking about gonna wire the clutch slipper up. I don't know right now. I'm still trying to figure it out. I got it wired into the ECU. I just don't know how to program the ECU to do it. So, but I'm gonna try to figure that out as soon as I can, because time is running out. But thankfully we got a nice test day right before the race. So like I said, I've never done a 10 on the track. This has never done a 10 on the track. Pretty sure it's done a 10 on the street a few times, but yeah. So, but I'm gonna get jamming on this, but y'all have a good one, and I'll see you later.